let's get to this Laura Loomer stuff. I know this is, I don't even know where to start this. I mean, maybe we should just do it like,
how about with a quote? Wild women are an unexplainable spark of life. They ooze freedom and seek awareness. They belong to nobody but themselves, yet give a piece of who they are to everyone they meet. If you have met one, hold on to her. She'll allow you into her chaos, but she'll also show you her magic. That's from Nikki Rowe.
Ah,
that's right.
Gosh.
Okay, and so Matt gave us that reading as a way of introducing the new power couple, Laura Loomer. I don't think we should start with number 9. I think what we should do is start with let's start with temporally. Let's go back to number 12. This is Laura Loomer a week and a half ago. Where she was talking about, well, I'll let you listen, but we noticed this, like I noticed this, like at the debate, she was on the plane with him. Melania was not there, but she was there. I guess she's, I thought like, okay, so she's an advisor for the campaign, but J.D. Vance has claimed that she is not associated with the Trump.
We don't have to discuss it.
Well, no, but we do.
Sir, we do. I mean, he brought a 9/11 truther to the 9/11 memorial. That's Laura Loomer.
Well, that's the thing is she's been traveling around with him. This isn't a one-off. Let me just remind everybody before we play this. Laura Loomer. Now, look, I'm not a psychiatrist, so I'm speaking colloquially. Is bat crap crazy. People forget this, but at one point she had been apparently banned from Twitter. And now, granted, this was 6 years ago, and
it was before the free speech warrior Elon Musk took over.
So. They're all crazy kids.
But Laura Loomer was considered bat crap crazy then.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Then she did this when she was banned from Twitter. Yes, number 13. She's chained herself to the door, and this is what she was doing.
I'm a conservative investigative journalist, and today I'm here at Twitter. And on this side, that's the tweet that I was permanently banned for. Let's take a look. Louis Farrakhan's tweet was, "I'm not an anti-Semite, I'm anti-termite." My tweet was, "Isn't it ironic how the Twitter moment used to celebrate women, LGBTQ, and minorities is a picture of Ilhan Omar? Ilhan is pro-Sharia. Ilhan is pro-female genital mutilation. Under Sharia, homosexuals are oppressed and killed. Women are abused and forced to wear the hijab. Ilhan is anti-Jewish. As a Jewish woman, I stand before you today wearing the Jewish star that the Nazis made the Jews wear during the Holocaust." What Jack Dorsey is doing with his egregious double standard by allowing for verified, hateful, liberals and leftists and jihadis to spew their hate and violence on social media, while banning a Jewish conservative journalist like myself and millions of conservatives all across the country, he's trying to stifle speech in this country and ruin what makes this country the greatest country on the planet. And that's what.
Okay, so she's handcuffed herself there. Now, it is hilarious to me that she's still not handcuffed to that door, because if you want to talk about anti-Semitism on Twitter, I have some very bad news for Laura Loomer as to what's going on Twitter these days. But be that as it may, that's not what we're talking about. That's just a remind you who she is. Here is Laura Loomer, clip number 11 on her Rumble live stream. No, excuse me. This is 12. Sorry. On her Rumble live stream from Friday, September 6th. This is as she's in the midst of being, sort of like traveling around with Donald Trump.
Independent black woman, I don't need no man, and I'm gonna get Whitey. And I'm gonna lock Donald Trump up, just like Letitia James, right? And she goes, now you're gonna elect me, and I'm gonna lock him up. We're gonna get Trump. Like the way they talk and their little DI Shaniqua voices, and they all have the same voice. I'm talking about Kamala Harris Letitia James and Fannie Willis. Like meritless DEI Shaniquas talk the same way. It's very obnoxious the way that they talk.
If you don't
I don't know if I get this whole Shaniqua reference. What?
I mean, well,
I'm being facetious.
yeah.
I get what she's saying. She's being outwardly racist.
It's a placeholder for the N-word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, some people find that controversial. Maybe Donald Trump finds that attractive. Let's hear from Donald Trump, because this is him just Friday, where, well, wait a second. Let's go to number 10, because this is a compilation of Laura Loomer, apparently, like, and Donald Trump's sort of burgeoning relationship.
we don't have to discuss it.
No, we do. We do. This has been put together. Who put this? The Midas Touch? Is that who did it?
Yeah.
Now, look, it's nice to have fans. Mm-hmm. And, you know, Donald Trump's not necessarily responsible for it, but she's traveling around with him. And let's just watch this compilation. It's fascinating.
Really taken the country by storm. Very powerful person, very strong person, very courageous person, a warrior. Laura Loomer. Laura, where are you? Thank you, Laura. Great job you do.
We have a lot of great friends and a lot of great people. Laura, how are you? You look so beautiful as always.
Oh my God.
You don't want to be Loomer'd. If you're Loomer'd, you're in deep trouble.
Oh, I've been
All of
Loomer'd.
your career in a sense. Thanks, Laura. She's actually.
That is Miles. That's Miles.
No hover hands there.
Says Trump 2024.
Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you. We love you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love you. I love you, President
Love you,
Trump.
baby.
Pause it. Okay, this is awesome. This is footage, I think, from Laura Loomer's, either from her camera or somebody else's phone. This is at the RNC. He's on stage. She has front row seats,
exactly.
I mean, within the security perimeter, it seems to me. And Trump is even saying, to what's her face, Ivanka, look at over there. There's Laura Loomer. There's your new mom. I mean,
Yeah, why do don't show me her if I'm his kid?
oh my God, it's so.
I mean, don't show her for a bunch of reasons.
But here's the thing, and
Okay.
this is what that debate really showed me, is that I have underestimated just how out of his mind he is and completely oblivious to everything. And he's just I attracted to her.
Also, that's not Ivanka. I think that's one of his grandkids. I don't think Ivanka
Was
Oh yeah, that's
out
right.
there,
Oh, you're
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Look at whatever.
Anyway, that's grandma.
Young Ivanka.
That's 31-year-old grandma. Just putting it out there. Laura Loomer is 1 year older than me.
Nana Loomer.
I don't know what's going on up there, but I mean, look, people have compared her to Jigsaw. I wouldn't be that rude. I would have to. The Jigsaw, the Saw villain. I mean, she kind of looks like that villain, but I wouldn't want to be that rude. I would just say, I'm not that into women that look like they came out of a chemical peel just 10 minutes ago, or I don't know. I'm surprised Trump is, but.
All right, let's.
Trump.
There she is.
Amazing
She loves
stage
me.
time. I loved it. I would never give up on you.
Oh.
Amazing. You're amazing. I love you. Best president ever.
Somebody who's extremely shy, but really talented, and she's going places. Laura Loomer. Where's Laura? Laura. Where is Laura? She doesn't like the sanctimonious. She doesn't like the sanctus.
Hey everybody, we're here at Bedminster. I'm with the greatest president ever, President Donald Trump, who is killing it right now. There's a new poll out, right? You're crushing it. You're up over 50 points. And it's a beautiful day here. Beautiful club. It's my first time here at Bedminster.
Well, it's great to have you, and you've been really very special. You work hard, and you are a very opinionated lady. I have to tell you that, and in my opinion, I like that.
Well, I
And
appreciate that.
all of your support, and you've been terrific, and everybody appreciates you. So
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me to sit with you today. Pleasure. You're the best. I love you.
It's so surprising that Trump would only sort of just respond to someone just constantly flattering him with such unmitigated flattery. I don't know. I guess I'm a little surprised.
It's a turn on, okay?
But let's continue this saga, because there are people who are coming out and saying, Laura Loomer, you have to distance yourself from her, President Trump. Not the least of which, where do we get the thing where Loomer basically said that the problem with the White House is going to be that it's going to smell like curry?
She tweeted that out, yeah.
Oh, it was a tweet. Yeah, let's look at this tweet, because the reason why it's problematic is not just, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, it's not
Naked
like
racism.
Republicans have a problem with naked racism. But they do if it actually is going to obviously cost them. This is a piece that came out by NBC News. One Trump ally told NBC News she has got to go. Laura Loomer cannot stay. She just can't. She is unapologetic. This woman attacked the vice president of the United States in such a racist manner. It was appalling, and she hasn't apologized. This is Laura Loomer, and this is what she said. If Kamala Harris wins, the White House will smell like curry, and White House speeches will be facilitated via a call center, and the American people will only be able to convey their feedback through a customer satisfaction survey at the end of that call that nobody will understand. I guess making reference to the fact that Kamala Harris's mom is of Indian descent.
Yep.
And a second Trump ally told NBC News that Trump has been directly warned about this by people in Georgia and North Carolina, which raises like, wait a second. What Georgia and North Carolina? Here is Marjorie Taylor Greene writing this.
Being woke?
Going on a woke spree. This is appalling and extremely racist.
Whoa.
It does not represent who we are as Republicans or MAGA.
Don't piss down my back and tell me it's raining.
What is going on with Marjorie Taylor Greene? This type of behavior, she writes, should not be tolerated ever. Laura Loomer should take this down. Now, Marjorie Taylor Greene, as we know, was very upset that she was not invited to defend Donald Trump at his trial. And she has been trying to get back in his good graces ever since she supported Kevin McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
But why would you attack Laura Loomer for being racist? Like what could Marjorie Taylor possibly be thinking? Well, it's this. Indian Americans account for a bit more than 1% of the total U.S. population, according to census estimates. However, Georgia has the highest share of any 2024 battleground state at about 1.5% of the state population, followed by Pennsylvania and Michigan at 1.2%, and North Carolina at 1.1%. Georgia and North Carolina, remind you, are among the closest swing states. And now Laura Loomer is not going to take this sitting down. This is what she had to say to Marjorie Taylor Greene.
She said, this is her response.
Wait.
You want to go to?
Yeah, go to the one prior to that, right? And okay, so she retweets.
So Marjorie Taylor Greene did a longer tweet basically saying we used to be friends and now we're not, and this is what Loomer is responding to.
And so Laura Loomer says, not true. I turned on you when you decided to do the bidding of Kevin McCarthy. Ooh. You used to text me telling me, please dig up information about who McCarthy is sleeping with. You used to ask me to assist you all the time with research. And then you sold out the people who supported you and started doing his bidding, even though McCarthy is anti-Trump. That's why I don't like you. Then you escalated it when you used your campaign funds to pay for the Yay 2024 domain to sabotage Donald Trump when he suggested you would not be his VP pick. I exposed this and was even confirmed by Rolling Stone. You even faced an FEC investigation over this. You literally tried to set Trump up, and then you supported McCarthy's candidate who ran against Trump-endorsed candidates. You also lied about releasing the J6 tapes and its shameful behavior. You go with the wind, and you betrayed everyone who supported you from day one, and you sold out to the swamp. You have no conviction or loyalty, which is why I wanted nothing to do with you
Ladies,
anymore.
ladies.
And
Easy.
They're calling her Rhino Taylor Greene.
Once again, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is extremely jealous and vindictive over the fact she wasn't successful in turning Donald Trump against me, is now behaving like a leftist and accusing me of being racist. This is fantastic. First off, let me just put this down for a moment. I just want to stop and a sitting congresswoman, one of the biggest fundraisers in the Republican Party, outsources research to Laura Loomer to find out who McCarthy is sleeping with. A lot of rumors about that, incidentally. Mm-hmm. What's fascinating is this, again, this is the same as what we learned from the whole victimization of Tim Pool and Dave Rubin by hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars of Russian money. I don't care they came from Russia necessarily. They should. It's worth knowing there should be more transparency. But the bottom line is, we are getting glimpses here of how the entire right operates. There's a reason why Marjorie Taylor Greene sounds like Laura Loomer, because Marjorie Taylor Greene is, Laura Loomer's sock puppet until she's not. There's a reason why Rubin and Poole and Benny Johnson run with all this same stuff. There's a reason why there was that Zoom call about Kamala Harris being, a slut or whatever it was, and they all come out with it. They all get paid for this. It's like, what do they call that? Social entrepreneurship? Except for on the right, it's just so gross, and there's so much money. I have never been doing this for 20 years. Never, ever gotten anything even remotely close to a sitting congressperson saying, "Can you dig up dirt on, Chuck Schumer or something?" Honestly, I don't even think I've ever heard from a staff, but there have been people who are like, "Hey, can you retweet this?" Yeah, I like it. I don't always do it, but there's no money involved, but it's yeah, that's my job is to retweet things that I like, that I think are important. There's never been an instance where somebody came in "Hey man, somebody wants to pay you $100,000 a video, or $50,000 a video, or frankly, $2,000 a video, or $150 a video, or $25 a video to promote this or to put it on here." No, it just doesn't happen. We're getting insight into this dynamic, which is the most important part. But again, all right. Once again, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is extremely jealous and vindictive over the fact that she wasn't successful in turning Trump against me, is now behaving like a leftist and accusing me of being racist. This reminds me, honestly, of my daughter's, what was it, the slime wars, where there were different people making slime online, and you get it on Instagram, cheesy slime doesn't really use the proper amount of glue in their thing, and that's why they're selling their slime for so much cheaper, or whatever it is. She also refuses to speak to the media, so there's a strong likelihood that she would set up a call center to avoid speaking to the press and being honest with the American people. Oh, Kamala Harris is on video calling herself Indian and saying she cooks with curry.
Calling herself Indian? Yeah.
Hey, MTG, speaking of racism, one of your former staffers told me you have a favorite word that starts with an N. What if the staffer has a video? It's rather ironic that MTG wants to call me a racist when MTG is a full-blown anti-Semite.
Woo!
who believes that Jewish people use space lasers to control the world. I mean, you know, it's hard to weigh in on this. Keep going, because they're both right in a way. I mean, it's really funny how Marjorie Taylor Greene, a raging anti-Semite, said Jews use space lasers to control the world, wants to pretend like I'm a racist because I made a funny joke about Kamala Harris making cooking videos and buying curry spice at an anti-Trump spice shop.
So
and I
funny.
mocked how she uses her Indian mom as a way of dodging questions. I won't be apologizing for having a sense of humor. I also believe in free speech, which Marjorie Taylor Greene, you clearly don't. I get it. You're jealous of me because despite your planted hit pieces about me in the New York Times, I won. Get over it.
What does she mean by I won? That's my interest in terms of just like
We
being
know
in
what
the
she won.
immediate proximity of Donald Trump.
And then out of the blue, Marjorie Taylor Greene, remember when you destroyed your family so you could have sex with a Zangief cosplayer? Tell me again how you and the Arby's in your pants are representatives.
What is that?
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
GOP. You couldn't even run your own family. Don't tell me how to run my free speech.
Interesting.
And then somebody
She's
writes,
looking for
don't worry about her. Georgia's voting Sean for Georgia anyways. And then Laura Loomer says, I hope anyone is successful in removing MTG from office, Republican or Democrat. DM me for free Oppo on MTG. I'll give it to any of her opponents for free.
Oh my God.
Laura, we would love that video, actually.
Yes. I'll take back everything I said about you if you're able to provide us. Well,
So all of this, there's all of this begging of Donald Trump to distance himself from Laura Loomer. And because it's creating this dissent, it's spilling out into Twitter where Laura Loomer and Marjorie Taylor Greene are trading charges of anti-Semitism, I should say of racism, Loomer with racism and anti-Semitism, jealousy. It's like they're fighting for the attention of one man. And campaign people are saying, hey, Georgia and North Carolina, there's a decent sized Indian American population there, and you're going to alienate them because Laura Loomer is out there saying that Kamala Harris is, you know, making like racist jokes about Kamala Harris and whatnot. But I will tell you this, we've all been there. Sometimes the heart wants what the heart wants. And despite the calls for Donald Trump to distance himself from Laura Loomer, this is what Donald Trump had to say just this Friday, September 13th, in response to an unidentified reporter asking him a question at a press conference in front of the ocean.
Concerned about your close relationship with Laura Loomer.
Well, I don't know what they would say. Laura's been a supporter of mine, just like a lot of people are supporters, and she's been a supporter of mine. She speaks very positively of the campaign. I'm not sure why you asked that question, but Laura is a supporter. I don't control Laura. Laura has to say what she wants. She's a free spirit. Well, I don't know. I mean, look, I can't tell Laura what to do. Laura's a supporter. I have a lot of supporters. So I don't know what exactly you're referring to.
House would smell like curry.
That's okay. Yeah, please. I just don't know. Laura's a supporter. I don't know. She is a strong person. She's got strong opinions, and I don't know what she said, but that's not up to me. She's a supporter. Please. Okay. A lot of people do. It's a very big plane.
She rides in my plane.
Well, I have to see what the remarks are. You're telling me for the first time we're here discussing the destruction of San Francisco and California by a person that's running for president. So I don't even know what you're talking about. I do know that she may have said something based on what you're telling me, but I don't know what she said. But I'll go take a look and I'll put out a statement later on, but I really don't know. Please.
they've got to present a united front, you know, as a couple. You keep all that stuff in-house.
It's interesting as he's like, I don't know why you're asking me this.
Yeah.
What has this got to do with anything? Okay, she's on the plane. A lot of people are on the plane. A lot of people on the plane to everywhere I fly. Some people are on the plane, often on the plane
Some
when I
people
fly.
in my private quarters on the plane.
Planes, people take planes. Well, I mean, here's the thing. He can't control her. She's a free spirit.
Right.
Maybe some women aren't meant to be tamed. Maybe they need to run free until they find someone just as wild to run with.
But, I mean... But you also don't have to bring her on your campaign stuff. Like, she doesn't have to be the one literally following you out of the plane at the debate. I mean, that is...
Yeah.
I want Laura close to me. She's not... I mean, was she even coaching him? And J.D. Vance has said, right? She is not part of the campaign. So she's a supporter. She's the personal support. She's my support, if you know what I mean. My emotional support person. But we can listen to Donald Trump characterize it. Let's listen to Laura Loomer characterize
Their relationship.
I mean, well, relationship in the sense that she's near where I am.
Me in proximity.
Yes. Here is Laura Loomer on her live stream the day after that press conference by Donald Trump where he said, like, I can't control her. She's a free spirit. She's a wild one.
I'm tuning into Loomer Unleashed in the Oval Office.
And here she is.
So malicious, so disrespectful to Donald Trump and Melania Trump. They've taken it so far. And, you know, if I was...
Pause it. I should be clear that she is responding to people maybe speculating about the nature of their relationship. I mean, Trump says she's just a supporter. J.D. Vance says she has nothing to do with the campaign, yet it's not a one-off. She's at every event that he has, and she's flying around with him on the plane
And she attacked
to the debate.
She attacked Marjorie Taylor Greene, implying that her motives were romantically, with McCarthy, were romantically sort of significant. So I think this is a fair
When she
question
says
to ask.
I won, it's like, you know, if two Bachelorette contestants were saying that. Except in this instance, we have Marjorie Taylor Greene, you know, who's often, you know, she's the CrossFit queen for the Republicans, and then this lady who's she's got
They're different
permanent
types.
balloon animal face.
Yeah, so in The Bachelor they do a 2-on-1 date where the Bachelor goes on a date with
Yes.
two of them and has to
One gets sent home.
Send one home, and I think Laura Loomer's basically saying, "Face it, Marjorie.
Trump thinks about
I
that
have
every
I
night.
have him.
I
I'm
will
getting that
2-on-1.
rose."
Let's hear what she has to say here.
So malicious, so disrespectful to Donald Trump and Melania Trump. They've taken it so far. And, you know, if I was a leftist journalist, if I was a Democrat, oh my God, the media would be up in arms if the Republican media was doing this to a left-wing journalist.
I'm not racist.
Oh my God, they're misogynist. They're bullying a woman. They're trying to Monica Lewinsky her. They're demonizing her. They're trying to discredit the fact that she's a working woman. I mean, look, I know that Kamala Harris sucked dick to get where she is today, okay, and she had to sleep with Willie Brown in order to get to the top. But some of us women, right, we actually work hard. Some of us women have no desire to have sexual affairs with politicians or men with elite political status to climb the ladder. I know that Kamala Harris can't say the same, but, you know, believe me when I say that that's not me. Or as Kamala Harris likes to say, they ain't like us, right? She ain't like me. I ain't like her. Okay, I don't suck dick to get to the top. That's what Kamala Harris does.
I see you wore the necklace I gave you.
I've already made like 2 cracks about her appearance. I was about to go for the necklace, but
Well, no,
couldn't.
it's just the necklace I gave you.
She's very specific about the act.
The what?
She's very specific about what act. Right. She didn't
You mean
specify
oral?
other acts. It's just about sucking dick.
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. I see what you're implying. That there's a whole range of other things that fall within the definition of sex is. But look, I don't know that Laura Loomer has to provide sexual favor to Donald Trump. I mean, it's quite clear that all she does is basically sit there and tell him that he's brilliant, amazing. That
Say
she loves
racist stuff, which is
Yes.
probably gets him off just as well.
I can't believe what Laura's saying. I think I need a special meeting with her to tell her. And here is another pearl necklace for you to wear on your. Every time you wear on the Rumble stream, when I'm not with you,
You're unleashed.
wear this necklace. This is like 9.5 weeks. I don't know if you saw that that movie with Mickey Rourke and famous actress model. 8.5 weeks, 9.5 weeks. 9.5 weeks, and he gives her a necklace. It's part of his like whole control thing that you're supposed to think of. And I noticed you wore the necklace on the stream to signal to me
That you're thinking
our
of me.
special connection. I'm curious. I would be very curious. I get that. I get the feeling. I mean, look at like. Let's go back and like. I'd be curious to see like how she was dressing 2 months ago on her stream. She seemed dressed up. Didn't she? I'll be watching. I'll be watching tomorrow.
A little more Loomer history for people who don't know. A year before she said she was being canceled from Twitter and chained herself to it, she's tweeting out in November 2017, someone needs to create a non-Islamic form of Uber or Lyft because I never want to support another Islamic immigrant driver. Let's see what else she said. Yeah, I mean, pretty much it. I'm late to the NYPD press conference, I mean, because I couldn't find a non-Muslim cab or Uber or Lyft driver for over 30 minutes. This is insanity. So, yeah, that's a independent journalist that would get Trump's eye.
Yeah, right. The non-racist one. Right?
At the end of the day, he really has regressed to this level of like, he's just, Trump's heart's not in it anymore, and he's just doing what he wants to do, and she's there to tell him exactly what he wants to say and how right he is. Like, it's an emotional form of fellatio, even if that's the only fellatio going on. Which
She was made of thunder and lightning, and you were afraid of a little rain.
where are you finding these? Matt searching romantic quotes, romantic phrases.
I searched Wild Heart women quotes.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. All right, let's just do one more clip of Trump and then move on to other stuff. I have a feeling the Loomer Trump MTG saga is going to continue on for a while.
The three of us are going to have to sit down.
I will
over
not
dinner.
give her up. I will not give her up. I will not give her up. Somebody has to put a document in front of Donald Trump's face and say it's going to cost him money if he continues to hang around with Laura Loomer. And I just don't know how, like, you know, they'll say the election, but it'd be like, I don't think so. I'm going to win Georgia. Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.